One last point before we go, and we could talk about this issue, I think, for a full 2 hours if we wanted to. Carson Wentz avoided talking to the media yesterday, and this is a different twist on all of this because Carson Wentz has been the subject of reporting that he wants out of Philadelphia, and Chris Mortensen of ESPN reported on Sunday that the relationship between Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson is fractured beyond repair. That clearly is not coming from the Eagles. That's coming from Wentz or his agents. And it's so strong of a report that if it's false, Carson Wentz needs to say it's false. And the fact that Carson Wentz declined to talk to reporters yesterday does not sit well with me for a couple of reasons. First of all, you've got this impression out there that the relationship between Wentz and Pederson is broken beyond repair. You need to say whether or not that. You need to address that one way or the other. Either these reports are false or they're true. Either you want to stay or you want to go. But when you're the franchise quarterback of an NFL team, silence in a situation like this, to me, isn't an option, Chris. I think it was incumbent on him to say something. If you're going to duck talking to the media in a setting like this, maybe I want to choose my words very carefully here because we heard the reports all year long that he was shaken from a confidence standpoint by the arrival of Jalen Hurts. And, is that something that's contributed to his play? I just think if you can't stand up and answer questions when you are kind of at the center of this, it makes me wonder, are you the right guy to lead a team like the Eagles at the quarterback position? Is that wrong for me to think that?
I don't think it is. Listen, if there's one flaw, I think, with Carson Wentz is he has not embraced the Philadelphia way. Like, hey, that's an in-your-face group of people. Don't be afraid to be in your face back. Make yourself open. Let yourself be seen. Show your emotions. That's the thing we've seen Carson Wentz has issues with. There's obviously an issue with him in the locker room. We've heard that over the last 2 years about his ability to communicate there. And I don't think he's put forth, the greatest look for himself in front of the Philadelphia fans always either, when he's sitting at the podium and doing all of that. I agree with you that I think what would have been best for Carson Wentz is to talk yesterday and take some of the, questions head on and do your best to diplomatically answer them without throwing anybody under the bus. But I think the biggest thing I take away from that more than anything, right or wrong, it just tells me that Wentz wants out. Wentz doesn't want to be there. He doesn't want to have to answer that question because maybe he feels like he can't give his honest answer. Either way, like we've talked about, I think it's best for Carson Wentz to move on. If I was advising him, it's a no-win situation in Philadelphia. Get out. And I think he is bothered by the whole situation. I don't doubt whether he can handle pressure. I think he is fine with that. I wish he would be a little different in that way, but damn, he did play with Nick Foles sitting there breathing over his back as the Super Bowl MVP and all that type of stuff. But either way, it just feels like it's kind of come to an end there, and I don't think Carson Wentz is in a good situation staying in Philadelphia.
I just think if he wants out at some point, he needs to say so. Playing these games behind the scenes, having leaks to reporters, and trying to build your case that way, that is not going to be effective in leaving Philadelphia the right way and arriving in a new city the right way. And I don't know what the answer is. I'm not suggesting he should get on his treadmill in the middle of the night and shoot a video where he refers to himself as Mr. Big Chest, like Antonio Brown a couple of years ago when he went on an absolute spree to try to get out of Pittsburgh. And it was one video after another, one tactic after another. That's way too much. But at some point, sit down with somebody. Do a video. Yeah. Say what you want. Speak from the heart if you want out. These whispers to reporters, I don't think are good enough. And then silence when there's an opportunity to talk, when there are obvious questions. That's not good either.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.